Hey folks, welcome back to one of my videos after a long summer break. Here we are in Manchester about to run another one of my assessment centre preparation seminars. So over the past several months there's been a bit of a development in terms of the assessment centres, and that the Metropolitan Police in conjunction with the College of Policing have been trialling a new type of assessment centre. They've picked up on the old name that the Met Police gave the standard assessment centre, Day 1. So they're now calling it the Day 1 Assessment Centre. It's very different from the assessment centre in that it's not revolving around a mythical shopping centre. It's based on some real life type situations that you're going to come across as a police officer, testing your observation skills, your reasoning skills, your ability to solve problems, and your ability once again to deal with interactive exercises in that you will be dealing with role players. Now, I'm really sincerely hoping that the College of Policing are going to do what they intended to do with the Search Assessment Centre, which is to change the format of it in that the role plays and the questions that would be asked would change every 6 months. There is a 6-month rule, so if you fail the assessment centre, you have to wait 6 months until you can reapply. The idea behind this is that you don't go to the same assessment centre because you'd have an advantage. However, it's now September 2018 and the Search Assessment Centre version that people are going to now was introduced in September 2015, and without breaching any ethical guidelines, and that people do sign a confidentiality agreement at the end of the assessment centre, what people are telling me is it's exactly the same. It's not changed. So come on, College of Policing, get a grip. I'm hoping with this new Day 1, they will have different versions of role plays, different versions of questions, different versions of the virtual reality exercise. So what I'm about to post on my client-only group, now the client-only group is for those who have paid for my seminars, online courses or one-to-one coaching, is a real in-depth guide to managing the interactive exercises at the Day 1. It follows the same sort of process that they're introduced to in my online course, and this is just to fill a gap really whilst I'm designing a new course to help people manage the new Day 1, which is going to roll out across other forces. I think West Yorkshire Police are going to pick it up very soon, maybe South Wales Police. Let's wait and see because it's still got to be evaluated. But look, the structures I introduce you to deal with the role plays and the various activities are good for any type of problem. And the primary one that we use is CUDSAR. What this stands for is at a very early stage you confront the issue and introduce a roadmap as to what's going to happen next to the role players or role player. The understanding phase, you ask very precise targeted questions, you TED-Pie them. If you've been watching my videos before or you're on my course, you'll know all about TED-Pie. Google it doesn't really bring anything up. It's one of those funny sort of secret handshake things that the police have kept in their back pocket for years. Anyway, you TED-Pie the questions and you ask them in a very simple to complex way. So you're going to score really highly on your questioning if you just follow the format I show you. The D stands for define and summarize, so we're going to define what the problem is and check various things out with the role players. And the S stands for seeking solutions. So this is really important, this. And the sort of solutions that I'm proposing will have the assessors and the role players falling off their metaphorical chairs. Already there's one popular one which I introduced to my clients around forming an independent advisory group, and there's been several occasions where my clients have fed back to me that they've had the role players saying things like, "You're going to do what?" Knocking them out of role. So, that's the other thing about these new role plays. Apparently they're going to use people who are going to actually act as opposed to these sort of wooden robots that they've been using at Search that have got no more than 15 lines. And the role play should last 10 minutes as well as opposed to 5 minutes. So anyway, the solution phase, really important. What I'm going to focus on, and behind these sheets here for my clients only, are a range of different methods that you could utilize for any type of problem. So I'm not going to tell you, nor do I want to know what the sort of problems are in these role plays. I want to show you how to approach any type of problem that you will come across in a community setting, because in the role plays you are playing the part of a police officer. And then that will cover enforcement, prevention and advocacy. So 3 different things that will absolutely score you highly on the new competency and values framework. And the next part, assess and the result. I'm going to show you a script. It's very much the same as the script that's already on my course, especially on the videos in the client-only group, Facebook client-only group, on how to come out with a script that you can just rattle off at the end, that you could apply to any given situation. Now, how do I know all of this stuff? Well, as a cop for 28 years, as in police training for 28 years, I've done a load of stuff as a neighbourhood inspector, which was quite innovative years ago. Forces like Greater Manchester Police are now just starting to roll out things like different forms of commissioning around participatory budgeting, asset-based approaches to solving problems in communities. I was doing all of this stuff over a decade ago. So as a result of that, I get to speak at conferences about community engagement and problem solving. I'm working with a couple of forces now on improving their culture around problem solving and shifting the balance a little bit from public servant to citizen enabler. I've been involved in a big European project that's been trying to improve the relationship between citizens and the police right across Europe, especially in the Eastern European countries. And I'm writing a paper on this with a colleague from the Unity project, that European project, next year for one of the police journals around problem solving. So the sort of stuff I mention is good stuff. Trust me, it's good stuff and it's going to score you really highly. So if you're one of my clients, go to the Facebook client only group and you'll be able to watch the video that is all prepared on these flip charts. I love flip charts. I'm not a big fan of PowerPoint and stuff like that. I like flip charts. So take a look at it if you've got the day one coming up, and if you haven't and you don't know anything about my Facebook groups, you need to put a comment below, ask about joining one of my Facebook groups. There's over 4,200 members of the Secret, that's what Facebook call it, Facebook group, which helps provide guidance in a very ethical way to pass the various stages in the police recruitment process. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please do like it. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and you shall be, by the magic of YouTube, exposed to all of my future videos as they are recorded and published. If you want to join my Facebook group, just follow the link in the blurb. There's some blurb down there somewhere, and there will be a link to my Facebook page. Like the Facebook page, you'll be joining over 9,000 people who've liked it so far, and I will send you an invite to join that Facebook group. Because it's secret, you can't find it, nor can anyone else find it, nor can you see who the members are, nor can you see the content. You can't even find it unless you're invited. So it's quite a special little thing that Facebook have helped me set up there. So I hope you'll like this video. It's been a bit of a tease really. I'm very open about this. I'll sort of tease you a bit, and then hope you will join me on one of my seminars, bearing in mind that if you fail your assessment centre after one of my seminars or online courses and you demonstrate that you've done all the work, you get a full refund. There's no gimmicks there. I only gave 2 refunds out of hundreds of clients last year, so the system works. It's a no-brainer for me, and it gives you the confidence in the product. Try that with one of the books on how to join the police from Waterstones. Take it back after 6 months. I didn't get in, can I have a refund please? What do you think is going to happen? Anyway, I do. No gimmicks there, I've been doing it for years. So, I'll sign off now. Hopefully see you on one of my future seminars, one-to-one coaching, or my online courses. Until then, I shall see you soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye now.